What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to iStuff Gaming, and today I'm going to be giving you my top 5 beginner mid laners. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to keep up with me and my content. I do have a Twitch stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 6:30 p.m. CM. I also have my own, probably leave both those links. Before we really get into it, yes, all the mid laners are probably going to be mages. When you think of a mid laner, you're mostly going to be thinking mages. You can take hunters, sometimes even guardians if you got that kind of skill, or other kind of gods into the lane. But for the most part, you're going to be using a mage. Let's go ahead and get into the video. At number 5, we're going to be talking about Ra. Yes, you knew he was going to be here. He's one of the first. He is one of the first few gods you get in the game. Really good mage, really solid clear, good sustain, good abilities, good ult. Reason why he's at number 5 though is because he does take a tad bit, and I want to say a tad bit of skill, because two of his most damaging ability, along with his ult, is a skill shot. So there is that, on top of the fact that he is still immobile, with not a lot of moves to get people off. But he's a really good mage to start off with. You can actually take him well into your smite career, even playing him at higher levels if you like the character enough. But this character is pretty solid and a really good start for it. Up next, we have Poseidon. Poseidon is an ult bot. But because of his passive giving him immense amount of move speed, relatively good safety with it, relatively good safety with how far his abilities can go. He does have one skill shot, but for the most part, Poseidon. This whirlpool also is very strong to triple and drags him back to the center, so it's pseudo slow. And then this ultimate will change a team fight. He's number 4 mostly because of ease of use. Even if you rarely ever hit, you can definitely hit the ult. That combo is like Ra, he is immobile, but his massive amount of up for that, and the fact that the ult is better and easier to aim than. He's definitely a good beginner god. Up next, we have Keqing. Now, I wouldn't really recommend using Keqing. Yes, he does hit hard. Yes, he's very easy. Definitely, he definitely deserves this spot at number 3. My personal opinion, I don't think it's too worth it, mostly because his tornado is his only source of damage, and if you can't hit his one into tornado, you're kind of meh. And then the ultimate is even though it's wide, it's still kind of a skill shot. And he's really immobile. There's a lot of that, but because of the ease of use of it, it's character can teach you how to play safe, given that he doesn't have any good get off me besides his ult. Really easy clear, really easy character to build. And even though you might struggle compared to the normal mid laners, that ultimate will destroy somebody. So definitely deserves to be at number 3, because he's probably one of the easier gods to use. He deserves his spot at number 3, mostly because it'll be better. He's mostly just a star. But for what he is. Up next, we have Chongyun. I have my own Chongyun, but it's not as bad as Keqing, because this character is still very strong. Extremely low cooldowns, high pressure early, good sustain, really fast ultimate that burns and still does decent amount of damage. Really good passive that lets you build in the middle of the lane. Also her 2 CC immune, damage immune, get away a lot with this character. Plus this god can translate well into other lanes, such as I think Chongyun is actually a really good god to start off with, just getting into the game, or extreme ease of use. Really good kit, really safe kit. Um, and plus she had a lot more flexibility than probably any other picks here. But definitely give Chongyun a try if you're trying. Um, Finally we have Persephone. I have my own issue. Her ult may be a little hard to hit. A beginner might not completely understand how this character's kit works. But this character is so easy that even a scrub can pick her up, learn a little bit of how her kit works, and dish. Top tier for a reason. And probably a high ban for a reason. 2 derp poke, derp damage. Sets up a lot of damage that she doesn't need to use mana for. Extremely safe backdash that activates her 2 secondary ability, along with her 1 secondary ability. Really easy lane clear with the 1. Passive, the passive isn't really that great anymore. It used to bring her back to life and be able to fight back with her team for a small amount of time, but they changed it. Now you can only put plants down, so not that great, but it's something. Set up in a lane. And then this ultimate, even though a newer player probably won't hit the ultimate every single time, the fact that if that person can put the ultimate in a good spot in any team fight, it's still a beads burner. Because even if you don't hit it dead on, they still get crippled and then stuck in one small area, right? Which does do passive damage. And then if you hit the ultimate, that's even better, because now that person also can't move. So definitely, this character, I wouldn't recommend her before the rework, but after the rework, this character is absolute and definitely deserves to be number 1, because she's easy, translates super well later on in your career when you start getting better at the game as a mid laner. And then on top of that, you just have to build her like any meta mage, and she'll destroy for you. She does the work for you, right? At that point, it's just learning how to aim her kit. And even then, her kit is so forgiving that sometimes you can miss and get top damage. I don't understand how it works. Like, Persephone gets top damage by just being in the lane. He has immense pressure, immense damage. This character's definitely... some honorable mentions that I didn't... Scylla. Derp clear with her 2. Translates well into late game when you upgrade all of her abilities. Reason why I wouldn't say pick this character up as a newer... Hitting the 1 is really crucial to her character, as well as hitting the ultimate. And if you can't hit the ultimate, you put yourself in a bad spot because you're stuck sitting there. It like steering back the ultimate, hitting it. So, and then if you miss or it doesn't kill anybody, the ult's almost useless besides damage. I recommend her. I would recommend her after you get used to playing in mid lane, but I can't really say. Another character, Raijin. Most newer players understand how to use Raiju, when to use Raiju. Most players won't even free aggressively. They'll only treat it as a run, and then they won't use his ultimate. This ultimate is what makes Raijin top tier, because beads burner that ignores beads, and and it can either ignore beads or just do pure damage. And this passive is, but I would recommend a newer player get into this because of with knowing how to use run move. Finally, one last character I would say, Morgan Le Fay. Same reason for Persephone. Top tier, probably the number 1 mage. Debatable. Really hard hitting kit, really easy kit. But the main reason why I don't think a newer player should pick her up, managing this passive, knowing when to, which versions of her. Other than that, Morgan is... Don't like Persephone, but you like Morgan. Get used to the game. Definitely try to check it. those are my personal top 5 beginner friendly mid laners. If you disagree with anything or you agree, put in the comment section. I have no problem discussing it. Again, I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. EST, and I do have my catch y'all